So this morning, what we're going to do, since last week we started with this concept of a seed for springtime. And if you didn't do last week's meditation, it's not a big deal, but just you're going to imagine something you want to manifest in your life over the next few months as a seed. And we're just going to play with that image a little bit in our meditation this morning. It might be nice to lay down if you're in a spot where you can lay down so that you can really feel the breath in the body and the body against the floor. But if you'd like to stay seated for this, that's fine too. So let's go ahead and find whichever position's comfortable. If you're laying down, knees stay bent. If you're having any issues with your low back this morning. And if you're seated, go ahead and see if you can just find a comfortable spot where you can have a nice tall spine. And just play around with the weight of the body, whether you're on the floor or you're seated, just maybe gently rocking from side to side, just noticing how the weight distributes between both sides. And then just gently come to stillness and see if you can send your energy to the base of the spine. And on the next breath in, imagine the breath moving up the base of the spine through each vertebrae, allowing you to get a little bit taller. And as you exhale, just imagine the shoulders dropping away from your ears and the whole body just settling into the tallness of the spine, or maybe the length of the spine against the floor. And then if you could remember where your seed naturally gravitated to in our last meditation, where did it plant? And if you didn't have your seed plant anywhere, just imagine, where would this seed that you're manifesting, where would it rest in your body? And then wherever that is, go ahead and take your hands and place them right on top of the spot where the seed is. And if it's in a spot where you want to stack your hands, just find a place where both hands can rest. And then let your eyes closed if they're not already, and just imagine the seed where it is. And then take 5 deep breaths, just allowing yourself to connect back to the seed. And as you inhale, you're going to expand, let the belly fill, and really imagine creating openness and space for wherever the seed is. And as you exhale, just imagine the seed sinking a little deeper into the soil it's been planted in. And just do 3 more rounds of deep breath here. Staying connected to the seed, staying connected to the sensation of the hands against the body. And if you like having your hands over the seed for the rest of this meditation, you can keep your hands where they are, or gently let them come back either to your legs or on the floor. And staying connected to the seed, just take a moment to see maybe how your seed settled over this last week. Did anything show up in your path or in your way that either was encouraging the seed to grow or challenging the seed to grow? Or maybe there was a situation that came up that maybe the seed that you've planted is asking something of you. A different way to be, a different way to look at something. Maybe just a different way to process a feeling or an emotion. Just notice here, what did the seed look like this week and how did it show up? And just staying with whatever has come up. If it's anything you need to give gratitude for, maybe release, just stay with whatever's there and start to take a few rounds of deep breath, just acknowledging whatever might have come up. And then coming to your breath, find a pattern that works for you to count the breath on the inhale and let the exhale be a little bit longer. So maybe it's 3 counts in and 5 or 6 counts out. Or maybe it's 4 counts in and 7 or 8 counts out. Or maybe 5 on the inhale and 9 or 10 on the exhale. Just find the counted breath that works for you with no strain or struggle. And just staying with this counted breath, if you want to change it up and take a little longer exhale out, just find a count again that works for you. And as you're breathing, just keep your energy and attention to wherever your seed currently is. On your next exhale out, go ahead and release the count and come back to your normal breath. And for a moment, imagine vibrant sunshine filling the space around the seed. It's warm. It's life-giving. Just see if you can feel the effect of the sunshine filling the seed. And now it's time for the seed to just start to find its way. So imagine that it's gradually releasing roots down, settling into wherever it's been planted. And a tiny shoot starts to come up out of the soil towards the sun. And we're not putting a label on what the seed is or what it's growing into. We're just creating space for whatever we're trying to manifest to slowly start to show up and grow. And as you think on what this is, what does your seed need this week to grow and thrive? What does it need? And no matter what limitations you might have already placed on what you're trying to manifest, think about what kindness you can speak over it this week to encourage it to grow just as it should. What's the kindness that you can speak over it? And just notice here if there's anything that's popped up for you to try and control what the seed looks like or how it should be. And just see if there's anything you can release control over so the seed can grow just as it should. What can you release to truly start to manifest whatever's coming? And just start to look at the seed as strong and vibrant. And maybe have a felt sense of releasing expectation of the outcome and welcoming whatever is about to come. And if you notice this next week that things start to come across your path, whether good or challenging, that maybe directly relate to whatever you're manifesting, just repeat to yourself, I allow myself to start transforming. I allow myself to start transforming. I allow myself to start transforming. And again, we're not forcing anything with the seed. We're just allowing this week for it to start to slowly grow. Just allowing it to be a small shoot growing into its potential. Don't try to label what it is or what it will become. Just let it start to bloom and surprise you. And just be gentle with yourself this week. And if you notice some weeds start to get in the way, gently tend to them, just as you would in a garden. Keep the space clear and open so your seed can become whatever you're manifesting. And then just for another breath here, take your hands back over the seed if they're not still there. And just give it a nod of gratitude for whatever it's becoming. And then take a deep breath in. Nice deep breath out. And carry this with you for this week. And anytime you need to take a deep breath and just remember the seed that's there, place your hands over it again and just take a nice deep breath. And then as you're ready, slowly start to open your eyes. I hope you have a wonderful week. Thank you.